Have you ever pondered the question, what makes something what it is? In the realm of philosophy, this question leads us to explore the concept of the phenomenal realm. This is the state or condition in which phenomena exist, allowing us to perceive them as specific and finite things. This realm is not just about the object we observe, but the way it presents itself to us. An object is always itself, always a distinctive other in relation to something else. This concept of otherness brings us to the idea of the negative. The object is always itself, but it begins from the negative of itself, from what it is not, to emerge into its true form. So what does it mean to start an argument from a negative? In logic, beginning with a negative may seem contradictory. After all, merely asserting a negative already implies its positive counterpart, but this is where the phenomenal realm flips the script. In this realm, the negative is the other, the non-being of an identity. Meanwhile, the positive is the identity of its being. The opposite being of one thing is simply the proposed being of another. Informal logic suggests we always begin with a negative because the positive is already presupposed, already abundant. The positive, in its abundance, lacks specific identity. It's a convoluted mix of everything that first needs a positive determination to exist. The act of negation, of taking away or subtracting, limits the positive into a specific and finite instance. This process clarifies the identity. The identity that lacks an identity is always a particular identity, as opposed to having no specific identity at all. Any beginning for an assertion, even the first negative assertion, is fundamentally a positive in logic. This is because the very first attempt at anything, whether it's adding to an action or taking away from it, is positive in its existence. However, it's negative in the sense that it's unclear how it exists. The way something exists, as opposed to the fact that it exists, is always a contrast between something that is already an other of itself. To summarize, the phenomenal realm is the state in which phenomena exist, allowing us to perceive them as specific, finite things. It's not just about the object we observe, but how it presents itself to us. The object begins from what it is not, the negative, to emerge into what it is, the positive. The act of negation limits the positive into a specific, finite instance, clarifying its identity. While this might seem a bit abstract, understanding the phenomenal realm can deepen our understanding of the world around us. It challenges us to see beyond what is immediately apparent, to consider the processes that shape our perception of reality. This exploration is not just philosophical, but fundamentally human, as it touches on how we understand and navigate our world.